Hi there, this is the second video. My name is Ben Key, by the way. I'm the owner and manager of UMOSRAS Corporation and SAFCOMMS Limited. And this is the second video I'm making to talk about the DNS options that we are offering. And in this video, in the previous video, I talked about the home and leisure orientated DNS that we're offering at £10 per IP address for local home hubs and communities and all that sort of thing. But this is the business option that I'm offering, every business in this local community in Gloucestershire and the surrounding counties. And I'm going to explain a little bit about the two DNS options, the standard DNS options that we're offering. As I said in the last video, we are actually offering, the home options as well at a negotiated price to go alongside the DNS that we're offering. In fact, you can actually chop and change and choose which IP address to have in the package, as long as you pay the business rate if you are actually a business and using it for your business, your server, whatever industry you're working in, your machinery, everything else. So the first IP address that we offer as a standard business offer is the IPv XYZ server IP address, the DNS. Now, this is essential for people who want to use a communications network that has been developed through the furtherance of creating basically the reality of a universal link up. Say for certain organizations such as NASA, SpaceX, other things like that, that are able to reach out and implement strategies through a much more complicated group of ranges and networks to locate, say, craft that travel through the universe, as an example of how this can be used commercially, say at the very high end of things in the whole quest for making this the people of this earth multi-planetary, and let them pursue their endeavors to colonize other planets in the solar system and ultimately in the rest of the universe. But the idea behind the IPv XYZ server is to actually enable to the mapping of the known universe that we actually inhabit, to bring it in geolocation and map it to the location of this actual planet, thereby implementing universal technologies, introducing commodities that come in from the universe through the universal modular interface and everything else that the IPv XYZ server will be offering. And ultimately, as things start to manifest in the UMOSRAS ENA platform, we start to get the reality of what we're trying to set up here in Gloucestershire and the surrounding counties. The first universal zone, if you like, on this in this whole UMOSRAS ethos. We're intending to branch out and create others across the world through a student senior network and program, which I'll explain if you request a brochure from me from SpaceYM or ask for any information that I can pass over on this. But the basic reality of creating a duality on Earth from the universe will be the realities of the security commodities, not only the technology, the interface technologies and everything else, but ultimately we're going to move into the universal directive, where we start to get universal modular interface and commodities, physical manifestation of space commodities that will start to become implemented in our area and start to build up the reality of UMOSRAS at your business, at your place of business, and turn your directive to a more universal one, where the sky is no longer the limit, and we're able to march forward and pretty quickly come up with some extremely, scientific and, fast working and fast changing technology that will drive the whole directive of the global reality into a far higher agenda that becomes much more profitable ultimately for the people who are part of it and who want to be part of the whole UMOSRAS ethos as we start to develop the process of setting up what we're setting up here in the location of Gloucestershire and the surrounding counties. So that's a little bit about the IPv XYZ commodities DNS server and what we're offering with that. Again, same as the home packages, TLS encrypted. It's very secure. You shouldn't have any problems with it being hacked or anything like that. It's more secure than your standard Google or anything else your standard internet supplier may provide. And the idea behind it is to start to get people connected through Lifebook interface, which will be taken as read as part of the package that you get on the system, and there'll be options to purchase things as you move into the business platform of the Lifebook and start to develop your practice in virtual mode before actually setting up your own business and implementing it with the universal commodities that come through. So that's a little bit about the first DNS address. The second DNS address is much more in the security remit, but also it does enable the commodities of the universal reality to start to be channeled to your business and your location in the community. So you'll start to be able to contribute to the community and get involved in this whole contact reality, the contributions technology reality, which will enable you to start to interface with people and start to contribute to the local community and receive contribution for doing that, receive acknowledgement for doing that, and getting kudos as well, globally, and putting us on the map on the planet as a community, because the thing that as we start to look after each other, we start to create a better vibe and start to move forward much quicker in terms of our business realities and the dimensional change that will become manifest as we start to sort of move forwards quickly and look after each other. So that's the crux of the main thing that's being offered through the CAPS server, which is the second one that is in the offing. And this shall also enable you to have tangible resources from the universal platform and to be able to channel some of that into your business and practice and get the commodities through the actual communications network. There's the IPv6 server. So if you've got the communications network set up with the IPv6 server, then the CAPS server should also enable the phenomenon, the reality of the universal commodities to start to be implemented at your location and possibly for the wider community on a contribution scale that you should be acknowledged for. Also, the main thing about CAPS is it's also about security. It's about crime and accident premonition prevention systems. That's what the umbrella that it's under, if you like. That was the original emphasis on creating this system. Security, making sure that universal creation can't just be cloned and removed by alien parties, third parties, people who have no interest in your business or anything you're doing. And it'll assist you to develop in a secure way as you start to implement your business strategies in the universal directors. So yeah, there's quite a lot of reason for having the CAPS DNS, and it complements very nicely the IPv6 server, and the two DNS together should, as the universal reality starts to happen, you can obviously have it for a month trial before you decide whether to stick with it. But if you're happy with the product and you'd like to go ahead, talk to one of my guys who are selling the product that we're selling you, and talk about DNS options with them, because this is certainly something that is worth trying. It's where a lot of people are interested in space programs and everything else, and what I'm doing. So if in the local community we can start to implement this with businesses, we can start to forge ahead and move towards the universal directives. So yeah, thanks very much for listening, and I look forward to doing business with you soon. Okay, all the best. Bye bye.